Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and hello and welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this beautiful Friday morning. Getting through a little bit of rain, maybe just a little bit of cloudy. What's it supposed to do this
It's going to rain
today? It is going to rain?
Yeah.
You've already made a decision.
Yeah, it's going to be a rain day.
Did you cancel delivery already?
I'm on the way to Percy, Illinois right now. In the rain.
All right. We do appreciate you tuning in here on this glorious May 5th. It's Kentucky Oaks Day, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to make any picks in the Kentucky Oaks, but I will almost certainly wager on the Kentucky Oaks.
That's what you do.
That's what I do.
You know those horsies like that.
Yeah, I'm going to, I will hit that. And we're going to also make some bets today on the Kentucky Derby. We're going to talk about the NFL draft. How much of the draft did you watch this weekend?
Enough. A lot. Quite a bit.
I mean, we talked about it last week, and we were both going to watch quite a bit. I watched all the first night. Yeah, I couldn't believe
I was out of town on Saturday. We went to St. Louis, and honestly, I kept an eye on the draft most of the day. Or I guess on Saturday, the third round.
Yeah, I watched most of the first. I think not quite all. I flipped around to the Cardinals. That was fun.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done that.
But we're going to talk about all kinds of stuff today, and here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for. I didn't even mention.
I don't know who I am.
Lucas Vaughan is here. It's our weekly Take the Points edition of the show, and we're going to talk about who knows what all. I said
sports,
Kentucky Derby, NFL draft.
Yep.
I've got some pretty nice slides.
Can we talk about the NBA playoffs more than baseball? Yeah,
no.
I said that. That came out of my mouth. Maybe some hockey instead of baseball.
Oh, I've got slides for both of them. I got slides for both baseball, or probably basketball and hockey. I've got four though for the baseball.
Ugh.
And they're helpful slides.
Let's send them somewhere else.
Why do you think I'm wearing the jacket?
Somebody needs some help.
I'm doing I'm wearing the jacket. I'm trying to turn the corner here, trying to get them all turned around, and we're shooting this. All right, we'll tell you. We're shooting this on Wednesday afternoon prior to Shohei Ohtani no-hitting the Cardinals.
and hitting 3 bombs.
Shohei Ohtani no-hits the Cardinals on Wednesday night and then hits 3 home runs.
Yeah,
basically the jacket is for Friday morning, not Wednesday, because I feel really bad about that. By the way, this is also the cheapest right now. I was watching a gambling show, and they said they thought tonight was the cheapest you could get Ohtani for the rest of the year. He's only minus 140.
Wonder why?
Because of Michaelis, maybe. I don't know. Michaelis pitching well. So yeah, the number.
It's not sure showing up in the win-loss record.
Michaelis, he did last time.
Yeah, that was the one.
He's the one.
Yeah. I think on the entire road trip, I don't know.
Yeah, let's tell you, folks. So let's give you some heads up on what else is going on around the area. Some things going around the area other than the Ohtani no-hitter on Wednesday night. Here in Flora, or actually down in Flora, at the Flora High School, they're going to have the Flora FFA plant sale. That'll be a nice deal. Those kids do a lot of work. The Flora High School FFA plant sale held from 3:30 until 6 p.m. this evening, and also tomorrow from 8 a.m. to noon. That's going to be at the FFA Greenhouse there in Flora. Prices will be $20 for hanging baskets, as well as succulents and other plants. Pardon me, succulents and other plants will range from $2 to $6. I'm going to say a $20 succulent seems kind of high. There will also be a few bags of soil available for $20 a throw. So that at the Flora High School Greenhouse this evening this afternoon and tomorrow morning. A remembrance ceremony in Centralia today at the Kaskaskia College. This is going to be the Jim Beasley Veterans Tribute Committee. Will host a remembrance ceremony to honor deceased members of the Veterans Tribute Committee. So the guest speaker will be Kaskaskia College President George Evans. Does a fine job. Let's take a look at what a few things going on Saturday, May 6th. Saturday, May 6th begins over in over in Olney at the White Squirrel Car Club. White Squirrel Cruisers Car Club is going to be holding their Noble Mayfest car show. It'll be all day Saturday at the Noble City Park. The show takes place from 9 a.m. until noon. I guess registration takes place from 9 to noon. They're going to have a top 45 from 1900 to 1999, as well as a top 10 2000s to the present, and a top 5 motorcycles. So what's that? 60 awards. Dash plaques will be presented to the first 50 entries to show up. Also going to be awards for Choice GM, Choice Ford, Choice Mopar, Mayor's Choice, as well as the Choice Motorcycle and the Choice four-door. The entry cost is $15. If you want more information, give Ed Jones a call today at 931-4525 or Thomas Wells at 931-4525. Either one will be able to handle it. In the event of rain, it's going to be next Saturday. Wait a minute. The 13th. Yeah, next Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah, next Saturday, the 13th. Benefit volleyball. Now, this is fun, and this is a really nice deal. A benefit volleyball tournament being put on for Mark and Tina Turner on May 6th in Fairfield. This is a hat tournament. It means you can throw your hat in the ring and play. You might play. You're not putting a team together. You're just playing, and they'll put a team together. They'll draw from a hat, basically, and figure out who your teammates are going to be, which means you register as an individual, and then you'll be put on a team. The cost is $25 per person. If you can't play, come watch, make a donation. Admission is by donation. There's also going to be a pork burger sale, raffles throughout the day. Call the Chamber office in Fairfield at 618-842-6116 to register. They didn't say where this is going to be. I guess at the volleyball courts there in the park, you think?
I'd say it's a good guess. Good as a guess as any.
That's sand volleyball. Maybe it's going to be at the... I don't know. Well, I'm confused.
I'm not sure either.
Give them a call at the chamber office. They'll tell you where it's going to be. I guess I should have read through these first. Maybe I would have known. I don't know. I probably wouldn't have noticed.
Nah.
Clothes giveaway at the Clay City Methodist Church on Saturday. Now, by the way, I didn't even mention Tina Turner dealing with cancer. This is a really nice way to help give back to Tina and Mark. They do a lot for the community. Clothes giveaway at the Clay City Methodist Church on Saturday at 9 a.m. It'll be from 9 to noon in the gym. All going to be free, and also they'll have a fill-a-bag of items for anyone around Clay County if you need one. Afterwards, what is left will be sent to St. Louis with the Kids Mission Day, so that's pretty cool. Breakfast at the Clay City Sailor Springs American Legion Post. That will be from 7 a.m. till 10. Menu, biscuits, sausage gravy, plus a drink, and the cost is by donation. The Hermitage over in Albion, the Hermitage Lodge number 356 will be holding a bake sale as well as a pork burger, ribeye, and Polish sausage fundraiser at the Albion Grade School PTO. That will take place Saturday on the east parking lot of the former IGA there in Albion. You know where Boroviacs is. Easy to find. Proceeds will benefit playground improvements at the Albion Grade School. The Illinois Grand Lodge of the Hermitage will also be matching up to $1,000 in donation. So make a donation or eat some pork burgers. It'll be a good time. Up in Effingham tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. You remember how big this girl? How big a deal this girl used to be? Leanne Rhymes.
Sure.
Is playing tomorrow night at the Effingham Performance Center. She's bringing the story So Far. That's the name of the story.
What was she big? 15 years ago?
Oh, it had to be 20.
I think 20.
Had to be 20.
When she was young then.
She was like 15.
Yeah, little
thing. She's bringing that tour to the Effingham Performance Center. The tour how about this? The tour celebrates 25 years of Leanne Rhymes' career, so get ready to hear all the hits from her first release, Blue. If that was 25 years ago.
How old do you think she is then?
If that was 25 years ago, is she 40? 39? 41?
She's 40 years old. There you go.
Lucas, we're both really old. She's your age.
I mean, she's within the same decade, yes.
Within the decade, that's closer than me. How about that? So, this will be a lot of fun. So have a good time. What else going on today, ladies and gentlemen? This is National Astronaut Day. 7th annual National Astronaut Day celebrates heroic astronauts with a mission to inspire everybody, the true heroes of this day. And the reason this is on this day, on May 5th, May 5th, 1961, astronaut Alan Shepard Jr. became the first American in space aboard the Freedom 7 space capsule. The brief suborbital flight lasted 15 minutes and reached a height of 116 miles into the atmosphere. It was a milestone accomplishment and achievement and a trailblazing example of heroic bravery. There's some other space firsts. You want to, if you're interested in taking a look at those. American Dennis Tito paid $20 million to become the first space tourist. I can't believe that was 22 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow, that's, we both are.
$20 million for 7 days.
That seems kind of high. As long as I'm
I
getting.
guess if you got $20 million to spend, it ain't a big deal.
Maybe they were feeding.
Yeah, it's good meals.
give him some good space hot dogs and tang or whatever they're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is also National Hoagie Day. Celebrate National Hoagie Day. It may go by many names, but on May 5th, National Hoagie Day celebrates a hero of a sandwich. Besides the hero, the hoagie goes by several other aliases: sub, grinder, Italian, torpedo, or baguette are just a few of the many names. Some of those names give a hint as to how you make a hoagie. You cut a long Italian roll or French bread lengthwise, fill it with various meats, vegetables, seasonings, and sauces, pile high on your combination with fillings, and enjoy it either hot or cold. How do you think
That's a fine-looking sandwich, by the way.
Yeah, how about that one?
Yeah.
You don't like that one?
Oh, yeah, but yes.
It's got tomato.
I'm a sandwich guy.
I don't like that kind of lettuce.
I love leaf lettuce. I love leaf lettuce.
No, I'm an iceberg guy.
I'll eat iceberg too.
Yeah. Well, actually, that might be the same. Is that the same hoagie? Different bun.
The lettuce on the bottom on that one.
Yeah, it's a different bun. Somebody already ate that one, and it's got onions. I would not eat a hoagie with onions. This one does not have onions, it appears, so that's cool. In 1953, Italians working at the World War era shipyard in Philadelphia, known as Hog Island, packed their lunch to work every day. They introduced the sandwich by putting different meats, cheeses, and lettuce between two slices of bread. It was referred to as the Hog Island sandwich, which they later shortened to hoagie.
Strange.
I have a real feeling that's probably not right.
About that.
I'm not sure I buy that. What else is going on today? Of course, it's May 5th, ladies and gentlemen. Cinco de Mayo, the 5th of May. It is a deeply rooted history in the Franco-Mexican War, influenced Mexican and Mexican-American communities in the early years of the American Civil War. In the early 1860s, as the Civil War erupted, these communities took up the banner for the Cinco de Mayo celebration as a way to commemorate the cause of freedom and democracy. Today in the United States, Americans celebrate Mexican-American heritage and pride annually on May 5th, as Cinco de Mayo is Spanish for 5th of May. Now, the thing is, Lucas, of course, you know this, they celebrate Cinco de Mayo more in the United States than they do in Mexico.
Yep.
It's like St. Patrick's Day. They celebrate it more in the United States than they do in Ireland.
Right. It's not that much of a celebration within.
In Mexico. Well, it was 1860. It's not their Independence Day.
Right.
It's just basically one of the battles. The Battle of Puebla pitched 6,000 French troops against a undersupplied Mexican group of 2,000. Mexicans won the day. So there you have it. How about that? Cinco.
I don't need a reason to have margarita and some nachos and taco.
You know what?
But I'm fine if they give me one.
Not expecting to win the campaign, the Mexican army overcame the French in under a day. That's pretty good.
Well, they were the French. I mean, they're celebrating beating the French.
They're celebrating beating the French.
Jeez. Come on.
Hey, it was the 1860s as well. The French were still tough.
All right.
Actually, Yeah, it was they weren't all that tough anymore. They'd already
They were on the way down, weren't they?
they were on the way down. While the battle didn't win the war, the victory held great symbolism for Mexico during the Franco-Mexican War and buoyed. I like their SpaghettiOs.
I have nothing to say to that.
I tickle myself. What's on television, folks? What do you want to see on TV? Effingham Flaming Hearts are at Flora today. That'll be here on Wabash Catch TV, Channel 100. Also today, the Miami Marlins will be heading up to Wrigley, taking on the Cubs. Edward Cabrera versus Justin Steele. That is at 1:20. Afternoon baseball. That's cool. The Tigers are at the Cardinals at 7:15. Matthew Boyd versus Jordan Montgomery. That's on Valley. That's Channel 630. 2 games in the NBA this evening, but Game 3, Boston at Philadelphia and Denver at Phoenix. Denver leads that series 2-0. Those will be on ESPN Channel 601. Finally, NHL Playoffs, Game 2 in the Devils at Carolina series. This is Lucas. I'm Bruce. We'll be back right after this word. Please do stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I'm Dr. Eric Pikus. I'm a general practice physician here at CRHPC, and I work at the Clay Medical Center in Flora. One of the things that I love about working for CRHPC is the fact that it's a federally qualified healthcare center, and that means that we can take care of any patient, whatever the case may be. We don't have to worry about their financial situation, and I love the fact that we can take care of anybody that needs our help. So no matter what care somebody needs, we're going to give them the best possible care available without judgment.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry you caught me taking a swig of ice water there. Or actually warm water. Not very icy.
I'm not a warm water guy.
If that's all you have, though, I mean, that's
all you got.
But welcome back. Lucas Vaughan is here, and this is our weekly Take the Point show. Let's talk a little bit about the NFL draft. We had a lot of fun last week. We already talked about the fact that you watched the heck out of that, didn't you?
I did. I watched, like I said, most of the first round, and then I kept when I didn't watch, I kept an eye on until it was through. So
first round was pretty entertaining. There were all the way through. There were trades all over the place.
Most trades in NFL history.
Is that right?
Yep, in the draft.
I found it as you got along, as you went along throughout the 7-minute 7-minute day on Friday, and 4 minutes between picks on Saturday. The doggone places were taking too many commercials. You couldn't watch it.
Tons. The pick is in. It took another 10 minutes before they said the pick. There was so much time between filler, I guess. And it didn't need to be filler. Just keep them coming.
I understand the need to sell commercials. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be selling commercials here like very soon. I'm selling them now. If you give me a call at 665-9970.
Wow.
But I got that in. But the first round it wasn't oppressive.
Yeah.
Second round it got a little oppressive.
I thought it so too.
Well, I'm glad I wasn't the only one.
No.
How do we do? We had all these picks last week. Of course, Bryce Young went first.
Yep.
And we all got that right.
Yep.
Feel good about that.
We said last week we had three that we had unanimous.
Three
all across the board.
unanimous. We
got one of them.
We got one. That's the worst thing of the four of us, of me and Lucas and Jamie and Weeze. We didn't do terrible picking the first round. You and I did pretty good.
Yeah.
Had we bet those straight up on those picks, we would have probably cleaned up.
Yeah, but I had some money for sure. You got 5 out of the 9.
I got 5 out of the 9 picks we made.
And I got 4 out of 9. I got the first 4 correct and then missed the next 5. So,
well, Devin Witherspoon getting picked by the Seahawks really kind of
it threw things out of order.
It threw off everybody. Here was we already mentioned Bryce Young. Here is picks number 2 through 12. What caught your eye here, Lucas?
Well, I mean, the obvious one is Houston trading back up and what they gave when they traded back up to get Will Anderson. So back-to-back, Stroud and Will Anderson picks.
Houston, there were folks talking on the show on the draft about how Houston was such a great draft. They got what they wanted, I guess.
They gave up.
But boy, they didn't realize how much they gave up.
They gave a ton to get that
third pick back to the Cardinals. Cardinals traded it to him, and if you're a Cardinal fan, I'm saying, hey, you go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. It's hard to give up a guy like Will Anderson because I think he will be a stud, but they got the best offensive lineman, and they're trying to protect Kyler Murray. So
best defensive lineman.
I'm talking about Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
They traded out, instead of having the best defensive lineman, Will Anderson, they ended up with the best offensive lineman.
Yeah, they got Paris Johnson later there at the 6th pick. We already mentioned Devin Witherspoon kind of messing things up. What were your thoughts? We talked a little bit about Anthony Richardson last week, and the Colts did pull the trigger. Yeah. Were you surprised?
I wasn't. I had it picked. Obviously, the only one didn't was Jamie that follows him. But, like you said last week, their coach, they want a running quarterback. They want a mobile quarterback.
Yeah. Were you surprised by the amount by Jalen Carter falling to the 9?
Yes, and at that spot, that's where the Bears were. And that night, my knee-jerk reaction was, let's get Jalen Carter.
Yeah.
After seeing and reading and whatever else, I'm glad we did what we did.
All right, so there's the top 12 picks moving down the first round.
I mean, you got to at least talk about 12 a little bit, right?
I'll talk about 12 was a reach
that's a big reach.
Jamar Gibbs.
Yeah.
I mentioned it in the show.
Yeah, you did. I was surprised.
And I said I didn't think that. Well, I said he could go.
Yeah.
I didn't think there would be 2 running backs picked in the first round. There were 2 running backs picked in the top 12.
Yeah.
We also the world guaranteed that there were going to be 4 or 5 quarterbacks taken in the first round. There were 3 taken in the top 4 players.
Yep, and that had to be the rest
that
of the
was
round.
it. And then that poor doggone Will Levis.
Well, you saw the percentage, right? He had a 0.01% of not going in the first round or something. By God, he was sitting there still.
And it wasn't like they ever took a camera off of him.
No, well, wasn't he the only one left there, obviously? So who else are you going to look at?
Well, there were 2 or 3 others that were the kid from one of the kids from Penn State that went in the second round was also there. There were 1 or 2 others, but yeah, he was the one, and he also. God bless him. He had the pretty date there too. So I mean, the TVs are going to go to the kid sitting there with the pretty date.
When he didn't go 11 to Tennessee, I thought, this could be bad, because when you started looking down that line, a lot of those teams that below them really didn't overly need the quarterback.
No, Tennessee takes Skoronsky, the guard out of Northwestern, and then you fall into the mid range in the first round. Christian Gonzalez, we had going in the top 10.
Yep.
Jackson Smith Jigba, I think Jamie had going in the top 10. Few guys fell pretty far. The other, Broderick Jones, a pretty solid pick up there, 14, I think, for the Steelers.
That's what Steelers do. They're going to protect Kenny Pickett. That's a great pick for them there.
Then you look at the end of the first round, skipping, what did we skip? Number 22 because of, which one? Where was it?
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah. Skip 21 because of the Dolphins.
Yeah, Miami.
Yeah, then you get to this. Boy, I thought that the Bills just snookered the Cowboys. I know Mazzie Smith will be okay for the Cowboys, but the Bills traded up right in front of them and took Dalton Kincaid. Right? How would you like to be Dak Prescott and let Dalton Kincaid get stolen right in front of you?
Yeah, I agree, but they did come back and get the Myers kid, right? No, he went to Oakland.
Yeah, Myers didn't go to them. They did pick. In that run of tight ends in the second round.
They did pick one up right there.
Yeah,
but that Dalton Kincaid. Yeah, I'm sure that's where they were going to go there.
You've got then the rest of the first round. Then Nolan Smith at number 31. It probably is worth a little mention too.
Yeah,
he's really, really good.
He was rated the mid 14, 15, and so for him to fall, and again, Philadelphia had a great draft. Picked all of Georgia. Picked all of Georgia's, feels like.
Yeah, you can't blame them there. No. Which leads, I will mention this because there was a little bit of news in college football other than the draft this week. Did you see this?
I don't know, maybe.
The dates came out for the.
I didn't read that though.
The dates came out for the national championship playoffs in 2024 and 2025 and 6. I just put these because I'm making my plans now. There's after the 2024 season game. The first semifinals will be on campus before Christmas. Then the quarterfinals will be at the regular New Year's Day games. That'll be 8 down to 4. Semifinals a week and a half later, and then the championship all the way out to January 20th.
Really stretching that season out now, ain't they?
Yeah, they don't care. Here's what it is in 2025. I love that the quarterfinals are on, that they're loading up the January 1st. On each of those, they've got 3 quarterfinals on January 1st.
On New Year's Day.
On New Year's Day at the bowl games. And can you imagine, have you ever been to, say, Ann Arbor?
No.
On December 24th
there you go.
December 20th? That is
it's going to be an interesting game.
It's going to be pretty fun. It's going to be pretty fun. Now, you see Ann Arbor, if they were this year, they would be in the other side.
You get a team like Florida or a team like USC playing up in Michigan in that weather. Those guys won't know how to deal with it.
And since I'm bringing that up, Lucas, I may as well bring up this. Here is the current odds on this year's. Now, this isn't the playoff. This year's the last season with only the 4-team playoff before they go to the 12-team playoff in 2024 and 5. Anything grab you here? You're running out.
It's a who's who.
Bookie.
Texas. I like Texas 25-1.
Actually, I kind of like Tennessee at 28. I think I don't like. Heck, who's kidding who? I like Alabama at 5.
Yeah,
5-1's pretty good for Alabama. Georgia at 2.5-1, probably a little bit.
Just amazing. Those teams stay at the top of that after we just talked about the draft and how many of these kids came out of Georgia and Alabama. And they just stay there. And for that matter, Ohio State this year. Ohio State had a ton drafted this year.
Well, that's the other thing about the NFL draft this year. This was the first time in the history of the open draft, which goes back to 1965 or something like that. This was the first time that they went an entire first round with all Power 5 schools.
Really?
Yeah. all Power 5, all draftees were from Power 5 schools until like the 40th pick.
I'll be darned.
It went a long way. So yeah, we had a ball. I had a ball watching it. I can't wait for college football. That whenever I get the chance, Lucas, to put up college football slides, I put them up.
That's your go-to.
I'm making plans to be on campus on December 20th of 2024. I'm ready for Brett Bielema to bring the playoffs to Illinois, to Champaign.
I like it. That 12 teams, right?
Yeah, I'm not counting on that this year. No, I'm not counting that on that this year. We'll be right back here on Big Talk a little basketball, football, I don't know, or baseball, who knows. Back in a sec.
At Midwest Farm and Land, we've got a team of dedicated land, home, and commercial experts ready to help.
We understand that buying or selling a property can be extremely stressful. Let our folks take care of you and help you find your perfect piece of property.
Whether it's recreational or hunting land, farmland, homes, or commercial, we're there to help.
Local experts with national reach. If you're interested, give us a call, 618-532-1961, or check us out on the website, midwestfarmco.com.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Good morning again, folks. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. My name is Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Working here alongside Lucas Vaughan. And we are, I always say that something is my favorite.
Yeah, you say that a lot.
I say that a lot. But as far as single short events go,
on the first weekend of May.
I watch horse racing all the time. We were in Anthony's, the Outpost the other day, and they had some CMT stuff on the country music. So I flipped there on the channel. It was like 2:00 in the afternoon, and horse racing goes. I didn't have a form in front of me. So I got my phone out and started betting on horses. Watching while I was eating lunch. So yeah, it is something I enjoy. But the thing I enjoy most is the Kentucky Derby because it is a fun party. I've been there, and I love the track. It is a great time, and you always have 20 horses. You always have a chance to win a lot of money. Like last year, people won. It was Mandaloon paid. What Mandaloon pay? 70 to 1?
Wow, that's a lot.
Something like that. Yeah. So always a nice opportunity to. Do you enjoy racing, or whenever I ask for a Kentucky Derby bet, am I forcing you?
Yes. but you forced me to do most things around
I
here.
force you to do lots of stuff. Yeah.
But I
mad
have no
about that.
problem with it, but it's definitely not the forefront of what I'm thinking about. And I don't know enough about it. I mean,
See, I can grab a past performance, like the racing forum that you buy, and I can sit there and I can handicap, and I'm not bad at it, knock wood. But I mean, also it's Kentucky Derby Day. You can listen to half a dozen people say half a dozen things. You're still going to have a 61 to 1 shot.
and all of
come
those
in once in
people,
a
that's
while.
what they do for a living is they know horse racing, and
And they're all wrong.
and the people that are setting these lines, they're smart.
They are smart.
And then you get a 60 to 1 come out. So
They are smart. All right, and so here is the current odds, and actually there's some morning line odds. They won't change at the track until the day of the race, and the race, of course, is Saturday. But most of these numbers will change quite a bit.
I've always found it fascinating that they change. You can bet this right now, confidence game at 20 to 1, but at the track, and it goes off.
If you bet confidence game at 20 to 1, you're not betting it from a pari-mutuel. You're betting it from a like a bookie.
Right.
If they're giving you 20 to 1 now.
Right.
Yeah, that's unsafe.
Number one, horse racing. There's a lot of scratches I've noticed.
Let's put it that way. That is not safe. But that's you mentioned confidence game. That was Len Wells' pick today when we had him on the show this morning. He picks con game to which you could probably say that a lot of horse racing maybe is a confidence game. Trainers telling owners that their horses are better than they are, or than getting paid somehow, or not.
Are you saying confidence like con man?
There is certainly some of that involved.
All right.
There is certainly some there. I mean, there's a lot of money. There's a lot of money that changes hands based on one person's confidence in something that may or may not happen.
Do you know which horse in the field has made the most money so far in his career?
Of these, I haven't looked it up, but I'm guessing. Because I'll start my heavy duty handicapping tomorrow or on Thursday. But I would have thought Forte.
Yeah, Forte, about $2.5 million.
Forte's already made $2.5 million.
Now there's a lot of them in there that are around $1 million.
Well, you see, that's the thing. Right now, when you win a stakes race, you're probably and most of these horses have won at least one or two stakes races. And if you're winning a big stakes race, you're looking at hundreds of thousands of dollars. Forte the favorite at 3 to 1, and then you've got Tappet Trice. Those two are trained by Todd Pletcher. Mm-hmm. And Todd Pletcher has won twice at the Kentucky Derby. The thing is, Todd Pletcher, he has also saddled 60.
Lots.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't just have two in this race. He's got more in this race than those two.
Yeah, there are others.
Yeah.
There are others. And so actually his percentage of only two winners ain't that good.
Yeah, pretty low.
And he's had the favorites numerous times, but favorites don't always win. Favorites actually went on about a 27-year run where they didn't win until American Pharoah, I think, was the first favorite to win for a while. But here's what the Derby looks like this year, and we are going to make picks here. What?
Also eligible. See at the bottom? There he is.
Mandarin Hero.
He's there.
At 20 to 1.
He got a write-in vote. Throw a couple more gates out there for him.
I wondered. I guess he is. Yeah, there's number 22. Old number 20. The other thing is, I don't understand how can Cyclone Mischief also be eligible with Joel Rosario. Joel Rosario is riding number 11.
Yeah, he's on disarm.
So you tell me.
Who knows?
You tell me.
I don't. That's the one thing. Horse racing. I don't understand all the rules. And we were talking about the betting.
That's why you're not going to bet your mortgage on it.
No.
If you do bet this,
I can lose that a lot easier ways than that.
If you do bet something in the horse race, it'll probably be $5, $10, $15, $20.
And I intend to throw some money at a few different ones just for the fun of it.
It's always a lot of fun.
I'm only going to watch like 2.5 minutes of horse racing, but
as long as you're watching at like 5:47, on Saturday evening,
About all it
fine. You'll be fine. That's the time to watch. All right, what are we picking? We've got each of us, Lucas, Jamie, Weeze, and I have each made picks, and let's since we gave you the picks for the draft, and we would have won.
Yeah, we would have won
had we bet on all those instead of stupidly betting on the unanimous ones.
I'm going to let you talk about some of the harder ones. I can discuss me and Jamie's. They're pretty easy. Jamie's got 2 horses across the board, which means win, play, show. Number 5 and number 15. So Tapit Trice and 4-0. He went the 2 favorites across the board.
Here's Forte. I can't blame him. Forte's a nice horse, and I can't. That's a good looking horse. That's him winning at the.
Was that Tampa Bay?
Which one that was? Huh?
Was that the Tampa Bay one?
That might be. And I believe there is Tapit Trice.
Ooh, that's a pretty horse.
Tapit Trice, a nice little
That's a big horse.
Yeah, that's at the Bluegrass Stakes in Keeneland a couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. So yeah, he's a good looking big horse. So yeah, so Jamie picks. So Jamie is going across the board. You say?
Yeah, for a $2 bet.
$2 across. We were forcing ourselves to $10 in bets.
Ish.
$10 ish, yeah. We'll probably pass that.
And while we're talking,
I thought it was $20.
I don't know what
$20 in bets. Yeah, $20 in bets, not 10. 20.
Okay. So what is that? So $2 across the board. That's
$6.
It's $6 on those bets.
That's a
for
$2
one play show.
That's $2 3 times.
Okay, and I'm going to piggyback on his. And I did 15-5. I just boxed them.
That's an exacta box.
There you go.
You did a $4 exacta box. Which will cost you $8
there you go.
With only 2 horses.
And so that means number 5 and 15 will be first and second, no matter how they come in.
That's it. If number 5 and 15 come in first and second, you're a winner.
I feel like a winner.
You feel like you've already won.
Yeah.
And actually, that'd make Jamie happy too, because he's got him across the board. He would win on win, place, and show. That's pretty cool. What are we going to do instead of Mandarin Loon or whatever his name was?
I'm still holding up for a Mandarin Hero coming through.
You can't go for Mandarin.
All right,
actually, you got a point. The horse that won last year was not in the top 20. He came in on Saturday morning.
See, so I'm ahead of the game here.
All right, we'll let you go an extra $6. We'll let you hold on to Mandarin Hero, pardon me. But you got to pick a horse to replace.
I'm going to take one of mine is the Lord Miles. He's a 30-1. Okay. I'm going to take him across the board.
19 horse.
Yep, the 19 horse. And then the 2 fills at 12-1.
Okay, the 2 fill. Why do you like the 2 fills?
Because I like the name.
Okay, well, three holes, not a bad slot. The bad deal is I told you I have pictures here of only like the really good horses. Yeah. I don't have pictures of it.
No, I didn't expect that. No, I didn't expect to have those.
What's Weeze doing?
Hold on, we'll go. And Jimmy's got one more. The number 3 horse to win for $8.
So he's burning $8 on
that son of a
fills. You and Jamie. Oh my gosh, it's like you're reading the same highlights or something.
It must be.
There you have it.
Some inside info for me and Jamie, I guess.
Inside info for you and Jamie.
All right, I'm going to let you pick
the 2 fills.
or talk about you and Weeze because
since you can't read it.
Yeah. I don't know what you guys are trying to do.
All right. So what he has here is he's got number 10 Practical Move, $10 across the board at 10-1.
Okay, that was easy enough.
Or $2 across the board, pardon me. So that's $6. 10-1. So that's $6. His next one, he's got 10 and it's an exacta. He's got 10 and 17 on top of 2, 9, 10, 15, and 17 on bottom. It's a $12 bet. It's basically a heavy exacta with a little. If 10 or 17 win, which are the Practical Move or Derma Sotogaki, he needs either one of those on the bottom half or 9 and 15 or 2.
And so that is confusing.
Verifying Skinner and Forte. So and that's a $12 bet. Doesn't that make sense?
Yes.
It's a $1 exacta. Whereas your exacta is $4 on each side, his is a $1 exacta. So if that does win and you see it on the payouts, it'll be a $1 exacta. Whereas if you win, the payouts will also say $1. Multiply that times 4.
I like it. That's 4.
There you go.
Math.
See, that actually, your exacta, if it goes, you got a 5-1 and a 3-1. That's going to be pay pretty good money at a $4 bet.
About $60.
All right, a little bit more than that, probably.
Ish.
Yeah, a little more than that. Me, I'm going $3 win, place, and show on Derma Sotogake. And I didn't realize that I'm not that bright because, first of all, no Japanese horse has ever won. This is a Japanese horse. No Japanese horse has ever won the race. And secondarily, no horse out of the 17 hole has ever won the race.
That's a tough one, then.
So I'm gonna stick with that. I'm going Mr. Contrarian. I'm also going. That's of my $20. That's a $3 win, place, show. So that's a $9 bet. I'm going $3 to win on number 12. I like Florent Giroux at 50-1.
50-1.
Yeah, I'm going to try to.
You going that way just because of the jockey?
I'm going that way because of the jockey and the odds. If he's not going to go, Giroux's not going to go off on a 50-1 horse. That the fans will bet that down to about 30. 25 or 30 by the end of the day. And then $2 exacta box, 3 horses I've got number 5, 7, and 10. Tappet Trice, Reincarnate, because I like John Velasquez, same story. And then Practical Move, I just like the 10-1. I like the odds. So that's going to take the rest of my money.
I like it. I can't see how that. I can't see how we don't win.
I don't see how we lose unless one of the 15 horses that neither of us picked.
That would never happen.
Unless one of those other 15 horses don't come around. We're going to come back and talk a little. You've been waiting to talk baseball. We may talk. We may talk NBA and NHL. May not have time for baseball, but we'll see what happens. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Me and Lucas will be back right after these.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. I'm Bruce, that's Lucas. Thank you so much. As Lucas is trying to, what are you doing there?
The number 10 gate is accounted for 9 victories, but the number 5 gate has won most frequently.
See, here's the...
and the number 5 is at Forte.
Here's the list of the winners from the gates, and there's number 17.
Nice
Big
one.
fat 0 by number 17.
Yeah.
That means he's due That means it's due, ladies and gentlemen. Dermasotogaki.
After how many years? Since 1930.
Yeah, that's since 1930. I'm not sure
That's
how
a lot of them.
Well, there are years, Lucas, where they didn't have that many.
They didn't have 17 horses in, huh?
Some years they didn't have 17 horses. I'll do you a favor. Let's talk about the NHL play.
That's me. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, now you did mention last week. Big upset of the Kraken taking down the Avalanche.
Kraken took out the Avalanche. Goodbye, Stan Kroenke, ladies and gentlemen. Yes,
It's always a good thing.
and Arsenal got beat too. So I think, hopefully, I don't believe he's going to win the Premier League either.
So two big upsets there with Florida taking out the Bruins and the Kraken taking out the Avalanche.
Yeah, the Kraken taken out, and actually, I believe were those the only upsets? I guess they were, because everybody else went long, had a 6 and 7 game series, but
It looks like it, yeah.
nobody else really had the big upset. The Vegas Knights at the Oilers, that's going to be a fun series. Those are two teams that fly around the ice. Toronto and the Panthers already had their game one. They'll have game 2 on Thursday night. So, no, that might be Friday night.
I assume that's the Dallas Stars.
That's Dallas.
That's a horrible mascot. I mean, terrible
Logo.
Yeah, terrible.
Terrible logo. What do you think of the one that beat the Islanders there? Can you even tell who that is?
I assume it's the Hurricane.
That's the Carolina Hurricanes, and I guess that becomes a C.
Oh.
They played New Jersey the other night, or tonight, I think, or Wednesday night, and that game, that series is going to be a slog. The ones to watch here will be the Vegas Knights and the Oilers and the Maple Leafs and the Panthers. They played Tuesday night, and Maple Leafs haven't won the Cup in about 70 years. They hadn't won a series since 2004.
70 years.
And yeah, the Maple Leafs, they've got more money than God up in Toronto,
but can't win.
And they can't win. It's the amazing. To get a ticket to a Toronto Maple Leafs game, it's the highest price in professional sports.
Really?
Yeah, it's just amazingly high. And then they sit in there quiet, because they're all rich people, and they just sit in there really quiet and.
So is that why they don't win?
That might be why they don't win. I don't know. I don't know, but it costs a lot of money. Let me put it this way. I'm taking the Panthers after they beat Boston. I think the Panthers are looking pretty good, and they won game 1, so who knows? In the NBA, let's take a look at the basketball. These have started Series 2. The one that looks like it's already done is the Nuggets versus the Suns up there in the upper left-hand corner.
Chris Paul's out for the season, supposedly.
Yeah, Chris Paul's out, and Durant's not healthy, is he?
No, the whole team has just not been healthy all year.
Yeah.
As good as they are, for them to win, they have to be healthy, and they're just not there.
The funky one is going to be the Golden State versus the Lakers. Lakers won at San Francisco on Tuesday night. They'll play again on last night, but I think if the Lakers just sneak out of town 1-1, they're going to be pretty happy about it, don't you think?
Yeah, LeBron had a little bit of help. AD showed up. He was healthy for one game. We'll see what the next game brings.
Well, AD is kind of in and out of health. The Knicks and the Heat, they are tied up 1 game apiece. The Heat stole one in New York, and I got to tell you, if I'm a Knicks fan, I'm as nervous as a cat right now. I think the Heat with Jimmy Butler are playing tremendously well. Butler missed game 2. That's why
they got that victory, I think. So,
and the same story if you're looking at the other Eastern series, the Sixers split with Boston at Boston, and boy, the Sixers couldn't have hoped for a better result than that, could they?
No, with Embiid being out, MVP of the NBA, that's a hard loss in the playoffs.
But he's supposed to be back for game 3.
He's supposed to be back, so we'll see.
He got hurt, in the last – they swept who did they sweep? They swept
Brooklyn.
The Nets, yeah. And he got hurt in that 4th game of that sweep. But
what we got here? We got wide view.
Hit the wrong button.
There we go.
which leaves us only 5 minutes to talk about baseball.
Well, 5's good then. It's better than a whole segment for sure.
All right, before I guess I may as well go ahead and talk a little bit about the
Tampa
the
Bay still rolling.
standings. Tampa Bay still, they are on an 80% winning percentage.
That's good. That'd be a good season.
That's a good season. That's the other thing. Baltimore and Toronto are both well over.
All 5 teams are over 500.
Yeah, that is a tough division, that's for sure. Then you have the Central, only one team above 500 in the American League. Minnesota may run away with that thing.
That's 17 and 13 though.
That probably enough.
Right now it is.
We'll find out as the Tigers are in St. Louis this weekend. See what the Tigers have, and then out west. How about those Texas Rangers?
Yeah.
Can you buy a division championship?
Well, they're giving a shot.
They are giving it their all. Then you look in the National League East, where you have the Braves with the entire opposite of the Cardinals. You have the Braves at 20 and 10, and the Cardinals at 10 and 20. Same thing for Colorado. Cardinals are tied for the worst percentage in the National League.
Yeah.
They have.
The bad thing is they've only been outscored by 17 runs.
That is a bad thing. You would think that they would be closer.
They have the same record as Colorado, and Colorado's been outscored by 53.
You want outscored? Let's look down at those Oakland Athletics.
Man, they're rough this year. Yikes.
180, and folks, that's not going to get any better.
It's not. There's not help coming.
There is not help coming to Oakland. So you think, well, Bruce, you're telling us all this to tell us what? Why are you showing us all this? Well, if you were betting $100 per game.
I like it so far. Who do we start with?
If we're going to bet $100 per game, out of those teams that we have just seen, based on going into the season, who you think? Pittsburgh Pirates are clearly by far the most profitable team. If you've been betting $100 a game, 30 games in, you're already 40% up. I'm surprised. The Rays are 24 and 6. So if they win, you win. But they have been they've been minus money so many times. The Pirates are just carrying it. And then the Orioles also.
I'm surprised the Braves are up there. The Orioles don't surprise me. They're above 500.
Well,
the Braves surprise me being there. I guess 15 games over 500.
I think that's indicative of their division. I think folks thought the Mets and the other teams were going to be that much better. Then the Brewers, not a terrific surprise.
Nope.
Because you look at it, the Brewers and Pirates are both. Well, Brewers 7 games above 500. Pittsburgh 10 games above. Braves 10 games above 500. Then
Makes complete and total sense to me.
Then you look at the Rays are 18 above 500, and Baltimore 11. That makes sense, right? How about the least profitable
White Sox
major league teams?
A's? Wow. Well, I guess they've only won, 6 games?
They've only won 6 games.
Yeah, that makes sense, but
just bet against them. Or bet against the Royals, bet against the Cardinals.
Yeah, but look at the profit. The Cardinals even the worse than the Athletics. They've lost 1,500.
Yeah, the Cardinals have lost more. If you're betting on them every game, you've lost more money than because even though the A's have lost 6 more games or 4 more games,
they haven't been favored.
They haven't been favored.
Yeah.
Whereas the Cardinals have been favored from time to time, and then the Rockies. So you've got 4 teams there that folks were pretty much expecting to be in the bottom, maybe not the White Sox, the Cardinals. I've had people discussing with me more than once today. When does Ollie Marmol get fired, Lucas?
Already?
I had it twice today.
Firing already?
I had it twice today. Just out of the blue.
I don't think that's there yet. No.
Out of the blue, I had it twice. I said, that's not what the Cardinals do.
No, there's no reason. We're 30 games in. I know it's a bad start.
My opinion actually is if they get to the if they're still 10 games under 500 by the All-Star break, I'd be looking out. I'd be looking out for Mosaic coming down to my office.
Maybe throw a couple pitchers in there.
Tough to fire contracted athletes. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in today. And good luck to you on the Kentucky Derby. We do appreciate it. We'll see you next week on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Have a great day.